Hello, Gateways here, and today I'm just gonna be doing a little tutorial in FL Studio how to get, this tutorial is about how to get that kind of like Tobu, like progressive house sound. So what you're gonna want first is just to load up synth 1. So I have this progressive house melody that I've used, that I just made up, so here it is. Let's not use that, Okay, so there. So I'm gonna load up this bank. So what we're gonna want is this preset right here. I want to turn it up a bit. So go down here and turn the mono legato on and bring the portamento up to about 21.640, and then it should sound like this. And make sure that the portamento mode is on slide, so it sounds like this. Just route it to the mixer track by Command L, and that should assign you a new one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clone this and scroll over to Supersaw 2. Oh, turn the delay off, so it just sounds like that. Turn up the cutoff. And do the same thing that you did for the Supersaw 1 on Supersaw 2. Turn the portamento down to slide and turn this up to about 630. 6.430 should be good enough, and then paste it. And also route it to this. Okay, so now you're gonna want this preset, a different preset. I have it over here. So it's like sort of Alan Walker kind of sounding lead. See? So turn off this reverb, and since this lead is pretty loud, you're gonna want to make this really quiet and do the same thing. The portamento should already be up, but you should turn it down to about where we had it last time. So then you should get some leads that sound like this. And then just add some like bass chords on that, and here I'll form some real quick. Okay, now we got our chords. They sound like this. Let me just take out the melody that I used. Okay, so then for that. Okay, so that's that. And now you know that like signature Tobu kind of like delayed clap. That's what we're gonna make next. So over here, clap. So this. And then we're gonna want to route this to a mixer track and turn over here to Fruity Reverb 2. Turn this dry down all the way and the wet and the wetter all the way up. So then you should get something that sounds like that. Maybe turn the dry up just for a bit of effect. And now fill each 4 steps. Now add your piano in. Also, you may notice that like Tobu kind of starts his leads out with like a high filter. So then just kind of fades them down. And if you want, you can add a bit of reverb just for some texture. But don't make sure your reverb's not too high. And then you're gonna want to modulate this. Make an automation clip. Make sure that your X parameter is selected. And then just go to here, Tools, Last Tweak to create your automation clip. And then you can see up here by the All button, by the channel rack, it says 78%. You can drag that down. You're going to want to put that at about 50. So then, okay, so that's the piano part. Well, you can change that. So what Tobu usually does is he usually just takes some generic bass. I'll just go into this deep bass. Okay, paste. He usually just takes the top off this. Might want to bring that up an octave just for texture. And then you just put it down there. Create an automation clip by right-clicking on the channel volume. And then just make a generic side chaining kind of effect. So then your bass, let me solo it once I get this done. Okay, so once you get this done, use the slicing tool up here to cut this part off, then delete it, and then just select this. Command B if you're on a Mac like me, and to duplicate it. And now it should sound like this. So that's that. You might also want to do the same thing that you did with the lead to the clap. It might just add some texture as well. So, wrong thing. So let's go up here to filter and turn this about right here, and then make sure your X parameter is selected. You can also check up here, it says effector, triple clap 6, parameter X automation. So then you can do that. Let's just move you back over here down to about 50 again. So now it sounds like this. Might want to turn your bass up a bit. That is down, not up. Might want to turn these leads down a bit. And then just make a small small arpeggio if you want or not. I'm just gonna add some hats in to give it some more texture. Now for the drop, what I did at one point, this might not sound exactly like Tobu, but it's a good tactic for like any progressive house if you want to make a good progressive house song. That's wide parameter. Let me select X. So I'm just adding a kind of muted filter. So then, let's not. 61, that's good enough. So let's copy this and paste it into here. Oh my gosh. Did copy instead of paste. Okay, so I'm just adding in a muted filter that usually sounds good in progressive house. So let's just paste you. What are you at? You are at 31. And then you should make the filter grow up, filter build up 2 bars. Let me just add in some risers and effects real quick. Okay, so I just added in some effects. I'll fast forward to the drop so you don't have to listen to it again. So I'm gonna build up. I should probably add that there, so. And then what you do for the drop is just take your first pattern, put just a generic kick, copy the chords down, and you're gonna wanna like paste them into Serum with just a generic detune saw. Detune at 10, and now. And route them to this, and route them to a new track. Copy the value of it and create an automation clip of it, and sidechain the lead. So it sounds like the bass. But you can't use the bass. You can't use the bass track because it's rooted to the bass and not Serum. So I'm just gonna want to cut this so it doesn't use as much CPU, and move this up here and add it a few times. That's one way to do it. To make a kind of Tobu-like drop, and then just layer that with some other synths. Root U to U. And then just add some like generic effects like an impact. Like, I might want to remove the massive because it's taking up a bit of CPU. But you can add the massive if you want. Just find some good chords that might go along with the song. Also, copy the bass into the song. But pitch the bass down an octave, because this bass from the beginning, it's at octave C6. I mean, it's in the 6th octave. So it's going to be better for the drop if you put it in the 5th octave and below. So put that there, and maybe layer the bass more, but it doesn't really matter. And then just sidechain it, just add the side chaining.
Hey, all this, time to go.
And there you have it.
Time to go.
So here's just how to make a Tobu song. I'll just play it through it for you.